I think while I lie awake and contemplate tonight are wearing me out. Well, maybe tomorrow the world will wake and get it right, but I have my doubts, yeah. During the day, well, I design machines of war that scream through the sky. 'Cause I, for one, I like to go to bed free at night under these stars and stripes. And I have my doubts that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts, and I have my doubts that we'll make it back out. Yes, I have my doubts, but they'll wind you up and pull the cord until you're spun right out. And I don't understand. Roll the dice and raise the price to feed the machine's mouth. Call it the progress of man. And I have my doubt that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts, and I have my doubts that we'll make it back out. I have my doubts, so I'll drink my stuff and raise some hell and shoot my guns to the end of my time. You can have the booze and go to hell and take the guns, but I know they won't be mine. We're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts, and I have my doubts that we'll make it back out. Yes, I have my doubts. So we're all messed up and out of touch. Let's text someone who's in the other room. So don't wonder why we don't say hi or know anyone. I might as well move to the moon. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. Well, the things I think while I lie awake and contemplate at night are wearing me out.
Good evening. Jen's over there sneezing, and I'm trying not to cough. Anyway, hope everybody has had a decent day, or at least the best possible. Last 24 hours in the news has been quite eventful. Lots of things to really keep a really, really close eye on. Like I say, and I'm going to say it again, keep getting ready. This is not going to get better. This isn't about, a lot of people are so focused on the election and on COVID. I'm telling you. That's just where it starts. COVID and the election is just where it starts. And if you're not looking further than that, oof. I mean, we've got so many people now talking about this great reset. I would say you can pretty well, and no pun intended, bank on it. Not good. And then just let me throw it in there because, hey, the truth counts. We still got bullshit going on. That didn't stop. That didn't stop because of the election. That didn't stop because of COVID. It didn't stop. Still going. So, immediate threats? Yeah. I would say things related to COVID. And when I say it that way, I mean things related to COVID. Not necessarily the virus itself, but it could be a tyrannical government as well. Anything related to COVID. That is an immediate threat, as well as anything that could be related to the election, such as rioting and or martial law or whatever. Those are immediate, imminent threats. But I don't think the Great Reset is real far away. I think we're looking at that in 2021. I really do. I don't think it's going to be held off for any longer than that. I think we will see this Great Reset idea take place in 2021. It's right around the corner. So we've got that. And then, like I say, bullshit didn't stop. Still going. And as I've always said, that's, to me, the big elephant in the room. But we got to get through all this other stuff first before we can deal with bullshit. And I'm telling you right now, this other stuff ain't looking good. Now, I didn't even talk anything about World War. That's so up in the air right now. And I feel like a lot of it is due to the election. I honestly feel like war would be more likely with Russia and Iran with Trump at the helm. I feel that war would be more likely with China or possibly North Korea with Biden. So either way, the military-industrial complex is likely going to get their way. But I have a feeling that once this starts, if that's what happens, I think the other countries are going to get involved very quick. Meaning, regardless, I don't think that Russia would necessarily take our side. If Biden was president and war broke out between the U.S. and China, I don't think that Russia would necessarily take our side. And likewise, if war broke out between, not even nearly a possibility, if war broke out between Russia and the United States, I guarantee you, Z is not going to take the side of the United States. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And I think Russia, when it would come to possible conflict with either, say, North Korea or China with the Biden presidency, I think Putin would sit back and see and look at what happened, who started it, who instigated it, and I think Putin would kind of base his actions upon that. But there's a lot coming down the pike. And that's why I can't possibly urge you anymore to get ready. I'm getting ready in all kinds of ways. Even got my Bible all tactical. I've got all the tabs on it. I think I told you about that yesterday, I think. And then, to my surprise, my Bible cover came in a day early. Dropping stuff here. My Bible cover came in a day early. Oh, I love it. It's, let's see, mossy oak camo. But it's like gorgeous. Anyway, so got the Bible tabbed out, got it in its case and in its cover. And that is one way that I am prepping. And I'm serious. Because that makes this thing super easy to grab. It's protected, you know. So, yeah. I mean, literally, it's my tactical Bible. Whether it sounds funny or not, that's technically what it is, as well as just a nice Bible to be able to take anywhere to read the Word. But anyway, and it's just one of the ones from BearIndependent.com. Just one of his Bibles. They're $15, and they're awesome Bibles. I like them. And then I think it was like just under $6. Well, after tax, it'd been over $6, I'm sure. Pardon me. For the tabs on Amazon. And then, what was that? Like $15 for the case I got. So, not super expensive. Pardon me. And I just think it's important. I think it's important. Remember, prepping priority list. Spiritual preparedness is number one. That includes your reading materials, in my opinion. So, anyway, keep getting ready. Keep moving forward. And as I've said before, not just in prepping, but in your life as well. I was sitting here thinking before the show, I've been really working on in my head one of the walls that we are going to have in the new house we're moving into. And I've really been thinking about how I'm going to set up that wall. And I got to thinking, that would be a great place to do videos as well. So, expect to see that. And the way that it's going to be arranged, we will be able to do a lot in that space. In fact, there's going to be, I do believe there's going to be a fair amount of actual open space in our living room, which is kind of a very weird thing because we have no open space in our living room. We have walkways. That's it. And it's not because we're like hoarders and there's boxes all over. It's because of the way we have our desks set up and all of that. And our living room's just not that big. So the desk is like literally in the middle of the floor. So, let's see. Trying to think. There were a few things that kind of stuck out, but now, of course, they're gone out of my head. There were a few things. Chuck Yeager has passed away. That is really sad. He's awesome individual. He really was. And if I'm not mistaken, Chuck Yeager was the one that owned and flew a Falcon Ultralight airplane. So, he, if I recall correctly, set the altitude record in that Falcon Ultralight, and if I'm not mistaken, that altitude record was 26,000 feet, if I'm not mistaken, in an ultralight. Of course, he had to have a bottle of oxygen with him. Anyway, he successfully did it, and he loved that plane. Anyway, so we did lose a pioneer in both aviation and in space exploration. So that was a sad thing. Truly, I mean that. Trying to think. Seems like there was definitely some other stuff, and I'm trying to think of what it was. And now it's gone. Out of my head. Quite a bit of stuff. Saw a video today that it caused a bit of inspiration when it comes to aviation. Got to watch the rest of it. I haven't watched the entire thing. I think I got about 10 minutes left of it. The guy built an ultralight airplane out of styrofoam and aircraft aluminum and an AC brushless electric motor and flew it. I didn't get to see the last flight because I ran out of time. But anyway, I saw that, and it's like, man, I know what I can do. I understand. I understand aircraft. I understand how to design them and all that. I get all that. And I'll tell you what, I think it would be really, really super cool to have a mini version, like a microlight version of a Piper Super Cub. That would be just absolutely the bomb. I mean, with flaps, full 3-axis flaps, the whole 9 yards. That would be the bomb. And if you did it, now I wouldn't use the styrofoam in the wings like this cat did. I would likely do my wings with Dacron. I'm not sure. This is something I'm going to pursue. This is something I am going to pursue, but I would likely do the wings with Dacron because it's relatively light, very, very strong, and would be probably about the easiest wing covering that I could do. And not too horribly expensive. So, yeah, I think that would be I would think that would be a fun little project to make an electric ultralight, well, microlight airplane. Because here's the thing, right? Even with ultralight, the rule is with FAR 103 with ultralights, empty weight of the aircraft has to be below 254 pounds. Now, if you have an aircraft that has an electric motor, okay, and it has a battery pack that you can just unplug and pull out of the plane, literally, if you can unplug the battery, like unclip it and pull it out of the plane, you do not have to, I'm pretty sure you do not have to count the weight of that battery in that plane. Empty weight means you don't have to put fuel in the plane. So 254 pounds empty. That's without the pilot in it, without fuel in the plane. And if you've got like a seat that you can, pull a couple of clips or whatever and pull a couple pins and pull that seat out, they'll allow you to pull the seat out. If you can pull the seat out that easily, right? If you've got a panel that you've got a couple thumb screws and maybe a single connector or something, because that's what I had. I had a single, what they call a Canon connector. And so I think it was a Canon connector. Canon or a Den, I can't remember. There was a lot of pins in it, I can tell you that. But anyway, I forget how many. It was a lot of pins. I didn't use them all, but yeah, it had a lot of pins. But anyway, I had 2 thumb screws. All I had to do was undo those thumb screws, undo that connector, and pull the panel out. Boom, done. And so technically, I could have pulled my panel out for getting my empty weight. So keep that in mind. So you'd be able to pull your battery pack out, and if you had a seat in there that you could just easily pull out, you can pull the seat out. I mean, what I'm getting at is it would be so hard to really go over 254 pounds because you don't have the weight of a a gasoline type of engine, right? A fuel type of engine, which is a lot of your weight in an ultralight aircraft is in the engine. So there you go. You just eliminated most of that weight because one of those electric motors don't weigh nearly what the other does. And then, you could use a carbon fiber prop, which is going to be lighter, better performance. So, yeah, I know I got off on a tangent on this, but yeah, I get a little bit excited about aviation. But that would be so awesome to build a little Super Cub microlight. And it wouldn't be that damn hard to do. It really would not be that hard to do. Let's see. Can't think of anything else. I'm scrolling on a different screen here real quick. I'm looking to see if there's something that stuck out. I guess I could just go through the headlines and get going on that. There was a lot of them. There again, the last 24 hours, the news has been pretty insane. I got a sip of tea here. Man, I just may have to do that. Or the other thought would be something more along the lines of a fighter design. See, here's the rules. You have to keep it, below 24 knots is what they say. And I think it's like 28 mile an hour or something like that stall speed. So you have to keep it under that stall speed, and it can't go any faster than 55 mile an hour level flight. Cruise, steady level flight. It can't go faster than 55. So I think 28's the mile an hour. I'd have to look it up again. I think it's 24. I think it's 24 knots, and I think Steve, you're in there. Is that right? Is 24 knots? Is that about 28 mile an hour? Or am I way off? Anyway, let me go ahead and get moving on that. Let me have a vape real quick. Alrighty. He might be behind too in the video. Alright, let's see. Let me run through the normal stuff real quick. Amazon affiliate, we are at $16.74. That is awesome. Thank you. For those that don't know, we're an Amazon affiliate. We've got a link in the description of the videos as well as at the watchmannews.com right there in the top right. You click that link, it just takes you to Amazon with our special link, and when you make purchases, those items don't cost you anything more, but it gives us a little bit of a commission for the sale. All those little bits add up at the end of the month, and we highly, highly appreciate it. We also have a Teespring store. Best way to see what we have there is go to the watchmannews.com and scroll down on the home page. We got 4 different designs currently. It's more than just t-shirts. There's coffee mugs and tote bags, all kinds of stuff. So if you see a design you like, click on the image. That'll take you to Teespring, where all the other products are, and you can make your purchase there. So lastly, we have a PayPal donate link. That's in the description of the videos, as well as at thewatchmannews.com. Right there. When you click that link, it just takes you to our PayPal donate page. You don't have to have a PayPal account. You can do so as a guest with a debit or a credit card, but I always let people know it says Transforming Disabilities up top. It also says Purpose the Watchman News Donation. That way you know you're in the right place. Okay. Fun. Trying to get through that as quick as I can. That's why I roll through it so quick, or try to, because I don't really like doing it. Okay. COVID. Now, right now, the fatal cases, it says 1,891. Remember that number will go up a little bit. It was above 3,000 before I saw it change. this afternoon, so I did see it go above 3,000. Again, what that number is going to show tomorrow, who knows? Who knows? It wasn't like massively above 3,000 as I recall, so I suspect that tomorrow there should be 2,000 something in the graph. So, speaking of the graph, yesterday for new cases it says 185,968, and I tried today and I tried to slow down, and several people, you've heard them say it, and they are correct, that the deaths are going to trail. Okay, the deaths won't be happening yet. However, the new cases will. Okay, so I with that mindset, I came back and I looked at this graph. And I thought, yeah, we're not seeing a massive spike yet, even in new cases. But that's what we need to keep an eye on for right now, is the new cases. That's what we need to keep an eye on, because that we'll see a major spike in before anything else. So, just a little note. Oops, didn't do fatal. Fatal cases, yesterday they recorded 1,331. So again, low. I mean, one is too many, but I'm just saying, from what I expected, I'm not seeing nearly what I expected. Here locally, we are up to, if I get the right, 1,210. And so I do believe that's up 12 from the last 24 hours. I think it was 11,098 yesterday. Or 1,100, sorry. 1,198. Sorry, not 11,000. Hell, that would be almost the whole town. My apologies. Okay. Let me have a sip. Yeah. Yeah. The first headline here was one of them that I was trying to remember to mention, and I forgot. You know, so much for not taking notes. Maybe I need to be better at that. At least a little bit. Hang on, let me have a vape. I'm not in a hurry. Hope you're not. Oh, I just can't wait. I'm so excited. I am just absolutely thrilled for so many reasons. And I'm one of those people that I like to get started. I don't like to sit around with my thumb up my butt. I like to move. And, well, not move in a physical sense. It sucks. It always sucks. But, you know, being that we're going to, I can't wait until we can start. And I especially can't wait to get things set up better. And I've got some ideas and I think it's going to be pretty cool. I do. Can't wait. Trying to think if there's anything else. Looked into all kinds of different stuff today, so kind of a typical day in that regard. Didn't do any flight sim today or last night. I don't typically do a lot of that. Probably not as much as I should. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think I'm missing anything. Nothing earth shattering. Nope. Alright, I think I'm ready. Found a couple really cool shirts. That's for sure. One of them, hang on here. Oh, it's over here. Hang on. I love this shirt. It's got Knights of the Templar. Uh, Be without fear in the face of your enemies. Be brave and upright, that God may love thee. Speak the truth, even if it leads to your death. Safeguard the helpless and do no wrong. I love it. I love it. And then real quick, let me show you real quick. Oops. That's the Bible cover I got. So it says stand firm, and again the mossy oak camo. So I love it. Absolutely love it. Fits that Bible great. If you've got a Scriptures Bible from Bear Independent or the Institute for, I think it's Institute for Scriptural Research, if I'm not mistaken, then the medium is what you're going to want. If you've got one of the regular Bibles, like you commonly see it on Bear. So anyway, the medium is going to be what you want. So it's great. It's got a nice little slip pocket in the back. It's got a zipper pocket in the front. Then it's got a Velcro pouch in the front. It's got the pouches on the sides, on the inside, to hold the covers of the Bible, because I know some Bible covers I've seen don't have those. And then it's got a little zippered mesh pouch, a small one, on the inside, and then 2 loops, elastic loops for pins on the inside. So no built-in bookmark, like the little ribbon. But that's easy enough. You just take a safety pin and a piece of ribbon, and you safety pin it in there, and you're good to go. So anyway, yeah, awesome. I love it. And it's camo. It's my high-speed tactical, high-speed, oh, yeah, I could have showed you the inside. My high-speed tactical Bible cover. So, and then you gotta have the, high-speed tactical, Bible tabs to go with it. So, I love it. And they're camo, too. They're real tree, camo. Not the mossy oak, but real tree. Close enough. Anyway. What can I say? I'm easily amused. Alright. Let's see. Oh, more like 32 mile per hour. Well, then wait a minute here. Timeout. Let's look this up right now. I saw stall somewhere. It's usually listed real simple. Not like that. Operating rules, possibly. Do 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 do. If unpowered weighs less than 155 pounds, or if powered weighs less than 254 pounds. Here we go. Oh, it's capable of more than is not capable of more than 55 knots. See, I thought that was 55 mile per hour, and has a power off stall speed which does not exceed 24 knots of calibrated airspeed. So hang on. And I know you know what it is in your head, but I do not. So the one was 24 for the stall. I was right on that. 24 knots, which comes out to, 27.6187. So roughly 28 mile an hour. That's... Oh, okay. Yeah, well then you'll catch this up too. And then 55 knots, because this is, I gotta know. Oh, wow, I didn't know that I could do 63 mile an hour. See, I always thought it was 55 mile an hour. I didn't know it was 55 knots. Wow, I can do up to 63. That's awesome. So anyway, if you built a microlight, a real miniature version, just of course a single seat little light version of a Super Cub, with big old freaking crazy flaps on it, right? Yeah, you could get your stall speed down easy with those flaps. Easy. In fact, you'd probably have to make sure you had enough wing surface to be able to keep it under that 63 mile an hour, because that sucker's probably going to sail. Oof. Man, we need a place out in the country, babe, with enough room for me to be able to get this thing off the ground. I'm serious. I have found my life goal now, to build an electric ultralight airplane. Okay, I'll stop. Watch me. I'll do it. You watch. All right. Let's see. U.S. signed deal with Alien Galactic Federation to experiment on humans, which makes total sense, claims an Israeli ex-military space chief in bizarre interview. Prove 'em wrong. U.S. Air Force ace Chuck Yeager, first to break sound barrier and America's greatest pilot, dies at 97. And it is a true shame. I mean, it was, when I saw that headline last night, my heart truly did sink. It truly did sink. That's an icon right there of aviation. They pointed guns at my kids. Police raid home of Florida state employee fired over COVID data manipulation scandal. And apparently, sounds like there might be a cover-up here more than anything. Or they might be trying to cover something. I don't know. I don't know all the detail. I know this is getting a lot of attention. Taiwan says it is besieged by I can't say it. Taiwan says it is besieged by authoritarian, I still can't do it, forces as it inks new arms deal with the U.S. I normally don't have problems with that word. 90-year-old woman becomes first person in the UK to receive newly approved Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. Let's see. Bitcoin will displace U.S. dollar as global trade unit of account, cryptocurrency expert tells RT's Kaiser report. I shared that. I know it's an opinion piece, but some of them are kind of important to pay attention to. China removes more than 100 mobile apps, including TripAdvisor, citing violent and pornographic content. Now, I want you to pay attention. Remember this, that China removed more than 100 mobile apps, including TripAdvisor, citing violent and pornographic content. Okay, want you to remember that. France won't sacrifice its fishermen in any Brexit deal, a minister warns. World Economic Forum moves from Davos to Singapore as pandemic continues to sweep across Europe. China and Nepal put 2 feet on Mount Everest as expeditions find world's tallest mountain is higher than previously believed. In world's first, Australia moves to force Google and Facebook to pay local news outlets for content. Hancock hopes UK's AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine will be approved in weeks as first Britons vaccinated with Pfizer jab. Beijing preparing firm countermeasures after U.S. sanctions Chinese officials over Hong Kong. France orders extermination of 6,000 ducks after major outbreak of bird flu. I'll let you just look at that for a little bit and think wrong things. Sauron, is that you? World's largest solar observatory releases incredible, if ominous, close-up of sunspot. So sunspot, not something that some sick people mold in chocolate on certain... I don't even want to go there. Embarrassment as Russia's super-secret nuclear doomsday plane targeted by thieves, not too secret, during routine maintenance, equipment stolen. So apparently, yeah, and it was quite a bit of equipment. It wasn't just like one little thing. It was quite a bit of equipment was stolen out of this thing. Not too secret now. No, it's kind of, we have these too. I think they're EA6, or they EA6Bs? Is that it? EA6B. No, that's a Prowler. What the hell am I thinking? Come on. What is it? I can't remember what it is. That's driving me nuts. E4B. E4B. There's an E6 Mercury. But yeah, E4B is the one I was thinking. Alright, moving on. Tesla joins exclusive club as company's market cap eclipses $600 billion. People who refuse voluntary COVID-19 vaccination could face restrictions, Ontario government warns. Sorry, John, you're Ivan now. Top Kremlin official wants Alaskans to be treated as citizens of the Russian Empire after Kirill's spat. Macron to personally intervene with law enforcement reform amid policing controversies. Yeah, there was another one, Steve, and I know you're behind, but it doesn't matter. There was another one I saw, too, that I really, really liked. Tell me what you like, No, I'm kidding. There was another one I really, really liked. God, don't make me start singing it again. 'Cause I'll do it. Don't make me do it. I thought I saved the link to the other one. Now I'm bummed out because there was another one that I was looking at too that was really, really cool, and I don't see the link. So that sucks. Oh well. I don't know if I said that headline or not. I think I did. Toucan played that game. Sparrows found to mimic human behavior by using preventative medicine to protect their young. I thought that was interesting. A New Zealand's PM sorry after report slams country's almost exclusive focus on Islamist terrorism before the Christchurch massacre. Maniacal U.S. fighting Germany over gas pipeline and harming European security due to own economic interests, says a top Russian MP. A time for great challenge. Poland has 60 million doses of COVID-19 jabs and will start vaccination next year, the PM says. Anti-vaxxers are totally wrong, Boris Johnson declares as mass vaccination campaign begins. A global COVID-19 passport will be essential in restoring international travel, as a Philippines airline CEO says. And about this vaccine, I got to thinking about it, and I've been thinking about it long and hard. And I told Jen about it earlier, and I probably should have mentioned this earlier on, like during the beginning part of the show, but the more and more that I hear about this vaccine and how it works and this and that, some more and more details of it, it sounds to me like it's more of an antidote than what it is a viral vaccine. Does it not? Doesn't it sound more like an antidote? I really question what this is. I really do question what COVID-19 really is. Because there's all kinds of stuff, folks. It's not about just the deaths, man. There's long-term effects. There are so many people that are having long-term effects, and a lot of them look like they're going to be permanent. So, what good is it if, okay, we didn't die, but we're all permanently damaged from it? I'm just saying we need to take a peek and use our heads, not our opinions, our asses, and emotions. Let's see. Post-COVID apocalypse, decimation of cities, and Amazon buys Cyprus. Saxo Bank unveils outrageous predictions for 2021. UK to drop internal market bill clauses after agreeing with EU in principle on all issues in withdrawal agreement. Turkey calls on EU to improve relations and resume role of an honest mediator after Brussels sanctions threat. A Ghislaine Maxwell lawyer says she's losing hair and weight in jail and claim authorities similar negligence led to Epstein's suicide. I can't say her name, tells pro-NATO lobbyists that U.S. must act strongly to remove Lukashenko and investigate police brutality in Belarus. And whoever the hell gave you that last name. Artificial intelligence diagnosing Moscow patients 10 times faster than normal, dramatically helping busy doctors during pandemic. So I got to thinking about that, by the way. I don't think I want AI in total control, but I like the idea of the nurse or whoever, or even the doctor, putting everything into a computer. I like that idea. I do. Putting everything into a computer program. I like it. I like it. I'm not saying that they should always rely 100% and trust that computer. But what I am saying is that computer might come up with several other things that the doctor did not think of. And in some cases, a doctor may treat the wrong thing based on the symptoms just because the other stuff didn't cross their mind. Maybe it's something that would be rare, for instance. It happens. And people die when they could have been saved by, simple measures had they really known what was going on. So, yeah, I on a limited level, I'm for this. On a limited level. I don't think that you should break that barrier between human and patient, though. You know what I'm saying? I think that the doctor, a human doctor, should still make the final call. But I certainly think a computer program could help. First shots of the UK, much awaited. AstraZeneca COVID-19 jab will be imported from Europe, as vaccine task force says. America forced Tokyo to give up Kuril Islands, yet now it labels its Russian residents as Japanese, an ex-diplomat tells RT. Let's see. You got a ground speed of 120 mile an hour in an ultralight? I would have, yeah. I'd have been crying. I ain't gonna lie. I'd have been crying. I'd have been crying all the way until I'd probably reached the hangar. I may not have ever flown again. Uh, yeah, hell with that. I went up midday one time, and I've got video to prove it. Yeah, no more midday in an ultralight for me, thank you. One time was enough. Uh, let's see. Oh, yeah, this is an important one. Still not the one, though, that. Remember, don't forget that I told you about China. I told you to keep that headline in your memory about China and the limiting like 100 apps or whatever. Don't forget about that. China summons U.S. diplomat to protest Washington's crazy and vile sanctions on officials over Hong Kong. Greece urges Turkey to stop migrants' illegal crossings and says traffickers use student visa loophole. 28 knots. Interesting. No. Yeah. Yep. No, 24 knots. So yeah, roughly 28 mile an hour, and then I didn't know I could go up to like 63 mile an hour. That's like incredible. I thought it was 55 mile an hour, but it's 55 knots. So I was wrong on the top end. Greece urges Turkey to stop migrants' illegal crossings, says traffickers use student visa loophole. I did read that. Mass vaccination delayed in the U.S. and the U.K. as drug firms struggle to meet demand. Saxony announces hard lockdown as German state becomes COVID-19 hotspot. Say what? Apple unveils headphones priced at $549. Headphones. And you're going to see another headline related to this that I thought was funny. Skyrocketing tensions, Russian battleship aimed missiles at British warplanes sent to intercept it in neutral waters. That is definitely escalating. MPs trash parliament in Democratic Republic of Congo. Police called in to break up fight. Afghan civilian casualties more than tripled under Trump, says a report. Amber Room ? Polish divers fined sealed. Wow, I can't say it at all. Polish divers find sealed chests near wreck of Nazi ship that carried disappeared treasures. Wouldn't you like to be them dudes? Let's see. Sip of tea here. Told you, a lot of news. A lot of news for a 24-hour period. That's why I kind of didn't take too awful long before I started doing it, because I knew there was a lot. All right. Philippines, Duarte offers resignation if bribe smear proven, but threatens to kill anyone making false allegations. Hey, man, I'm all for cutting the tongues out of the mouths of liars. I am. If we would go back to actually punishing people, man, this would be so much better world to live. But we just play with people today. And now they act like you're the worst son of a bitch on the planet if you just turn your back on them. That's all you got to do. You're the worst son of a bitch on the planet. Really? Blows my mind. Let's see. Here we go. This is the headline I wanted you to remember the other headline for. Apple threatens to block apps that track users without permission under new privacy move. Who do you think that's aimed at? That's aimed at China. This is a tit for tat. And this, I think it's important stuff. I do. For one, for me, yeah, it's important. Why? Because I've got Chinese drones. Is the DJI Fly app going to be one of the apps that are blocked? I mean, I'm not Apple, but if you think Google's not going to follow suit, you're nuts. Google will follow suit as well. Now, I don't want to be caught up in their bullshit. I just want to be able to fly my drones. Crazy. Not a conspiracy theory. Alberta Premier Kinney issues dire warning about impending Great Reset. Here it is in the news again. I mean, this has been said so many times by so many people. You can bet it's coming. Let's see. This isn't about choreography. Irish PM warns EU and UK have only a day or two to avert no-deal Brexit. Smooth move. Hibernating snakes disrupt construction of Tesla factory in Germany. That's it. I'm going to just start identifying as a hibernating snake. People have to leave me the hell alone. So that's it. I am a hibernating snake. Texas sues 4 battleground states in an effort to halt finalization of Biden win and cites voting irregularities. Turkey threatens grave consequences after East Libyan forces seize its ship over alleged arms smuggling. States balk and authorities dissemble as CDC demands personal info on COVID-19 vaccine recipients. I'm telling you, this is not good. Russian health watchdog chief calls for 2 months COVID-19 vaccine booze ban, but top doctor says champagne is fine. Why? Is there something that they're not being real public about involving alcohol and the COVID-19 vaccine? New York lawmakers introduced bill to make COVID-19 vaccine mandatory. What about my body, my choice? Critics wonder. I kind of wonder the same thing. A judge dismisses case against Michael Flynn, acknowledging Trump pardon made it irrelevant. U.S. slaps sanctions on Iranian envoy to Yemen's Houthi rebels. Medical Journal confirms AstraZeneca COVID vaccine 70% effective, but confusing test results hinder global rollout. So we won't go with the 70%. We'll just forget about that because we don't want it to hinder the global rollout. Here's the other headline going with the Apple headphones. I better be able to hear God. Apple excoriated, if that's how you say that word, for debuting $549 headphones. You're right, better be able to hear more than just music. Swiss curfews and Dutch gathering ban come in as Europe battles second coronavirus wave. Iran says some perpetrators of nuclear scientist assassination have been identified and arrests have already begun, says a report. Interesting. Chinese spy aided congressional Democrats and slept with politicians to gain influence, anonymous U.S. officials claim. Elon Musk joins California exodus, moves his personal residence to Texas after clashing with Sacramento over COVID-19 restrictions. U.S. Supreme Court rejects dramatic and disruptive Pennsylvania election lawsuit by GOP congressman. Louisiana joins Texas case before U.S. Supreme Court against Biden winning elections in 4 battleground states. Okay? So, we've got Texas, then Louisiana joined in, and then real quick after, Alabama supports Texas case before U.S. Supreme Court alleging unconstitutional election in 4 states. So, now I know of 3 states. I don't know if there have been any more since, but I suspect that you're going to see more states join in this. Where this leads, we'll see. I don't know. But I expect you're going to see this situation move very, very, very rapidly. Very rapidly. Well, it has to. The House approves defense bill amid Trump veto threat. Portland protesters clash with police and erect barricades as they occupy foreclosed home amid eviction battle. Based Santa steps in for Beta Claus and brings Nerf gun to boy who was brought to tears because of Mall Santa's anti-gun activism. I talked about that headline yesterday. Mr. Monsanto, ? Biden's reported pick for Department of Agriculture angers progressives. It doesn't take much to anger a progressive. Let's see. And this just came out. U.S. cybersecurity company FireEye hacked, blames breach on nation state as media cry Russian hackers because who else? Let me put this out. Come on, tweet. Okay. You're up, Facebook. Alright, post. Alright. Yippee-ki-yay. So as I said, pardon the microphone noises, there's a lot to keep your eye on. And I would keep an eye on it. Very much so. Oh, I do have something else. I knew there was things throughout the day that I did that I wanted to mention, that I wanted to talk about today. Made an incredible supper, which is not really what I want to tell you about it, but it was. On the Stouffer's turkey stuffing mix in the back of it, there was a recipe for a really easy to make turkey pot pie, and I thought, well, I don't normally have turkey but chicken, so I'll just use chicken stuffing. So I used the same recipe with chicken instead of turkey, and I used chicken stuffing instead of turkey stuffing, and chicken gravy instead of turkey gravy. You get the point. And make homemade chicken pot pie, and I'm telling you, it is awesome. Well, anyway, where was I going? So you put in, you get frozen like broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, and they were pretty big pieces. So that Ethan Grow knife, the fixed blade knife that is in my EDC, that is my choice of knife in the kitchen. I am telling you, I cut up, and it was frozen. Frozen broccoli and cauliflower and carrots. I cut it all up. I cut up the chicken after I cooked it, and man, I'll tell you what, I touched the knife up a little bit afterwards, but that didn't even touch. Doing all that didn't even touch the edge on that knife, and I was so blessed with that. That sharp finger, I love that knife, but after I get done doing something like that with that knife, I have to touch the blade up. No doubt, I have to touch the blade up. It will be dull. This thing, you really couldn't even tell the difference. I did notice I did have a little bit of a burr on my blade, which has probably been there. So I did take care of that today, because I noticed it today, and I thought, I'm gonna clean that up. So I did take care of that today, and every time I sharpen that knife, it gets sharper and sharper, and I mean sharper than what it was before. Every time I resharpen it, it gets sharper and sharper. So I'm really getting that edge worked in, and man, I love it. I love that Eep and Grow knife. So you're looking for a good knife, Eep and Grow. They've got several different types of knives, several, a couple different steels, 2-3 different steels. But that D2 blade steel is the bomb. I love that stuff. I love that stuff. I did want to mention that. So, hey man, EDC, that means you use it, right? I use the knives that I carry on me in my everyday life. So, that's my kitchen knife. If I need a kitchen knife, I reach behind my back and I grab my fixed blade knife. It's the ultimate kitchen chopper. And damn good bushcraft knife. So, anyway, trying to think if there's anything else. Like I say, just really keep a close eye on the things that are going on, because things are going to escalate quickly, especially with the election. And I don't want people to think like that I'm trying to tell people that the election's not a big deal, because it is. But what I'm getting at is the election, believe it or not, is not the biggest deal. And a lot of people are treating it like it is. The election, in all honesty, is the least biggest deal. I know a lot of people would disagree with that. But I'm sorry. Election problems or no election problems, Trump or Biden, it doesn't matter. The same things are coming down the pike. It doesn't matter. And that's why I'm saying the election is the least of our concerns. It is. The first of our concerns is an authoritarian, tyrannical government that is going to use COVID-19 to assert any amount of power they deem over us. Up to and possibly including a forced vaccination. Don't know. But I have my suspicions. I'm more concerned about that than whoever the hell it is I have to call my president. And I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter who that is. That vaccination threat is going to be there the same way, either way. The Great Reset is going to happen either way. Whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden. Fact. Poll shift don't give a damn about who won the election either. Had a talk with the Sun a couple of days ago. Didn't give a damn. Man, I hope people are listening when I tell them to get ready. It may be fun and games to play prepper, but it ain't gonna be so much fun and games when you need to be prepper. But make sure when that time comes that you need to be prepper, that you're prepared to do so. Everybody wants to be an operator until it's time to operate. And that's a fact. I know firsthand, that's a fact. Keep your eyes open. Keep your preps handy. Things are going to start happening very quickly. Between now and the end of January. I think we'll be on a roller coaster ride we'll never forget. And that's not trying to bring doom and gloom. That's trying to bring some reality to it. And all I want to do is help. That's the most I can do to help. Is try to convince you to have at least some basic preparations in place for when you can't just simply go to the store. So, work on getting ready in every way. Right? If you don't have a high-speed tactical Bible, get you a high-speed tactical Bible. Right? Sell your cardigan and get you one. Sell your 70-inch TV and get you a sword. TV's not going to be much of a use. Not where we're going. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here with all these happy notes. And I hope everybody has a good evening. And God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it again. Hopefully this coming 24 hours will be much less eventful. But I'm not going to hold my breath. I think we're going to have an interesting 24 hours ahead. So I hope you have a good night. Keep those eyes open. Continue to get ready. Keep getting ready. Not just in prepping, but in normal life as well. Never give that up. Hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming tonight. As always, God bless you. We love you, and be one with your spirit.